If you love the Initials game on the Power Trip Morning Show, you're going to love the home game version. You can get it now at initialsgame.com. Think you would be pretty good at this game, but you want to prove it to your friends and family? Then get the home version now. Initialsgame.com. That's initialsgame.com.
High of 28, mostly cloudy, and guess what? The forecast calls for a power hour.
What?
It's live at KFAN.com/watch. You can watch the Initials game featuring Mike Modano and Barney and Parrish and Hawk and Sauce. And, of course, your host, everybody's favorite, Corey Coe.
That sounded sarcastic.
A little bit. I don't know
if I care for that attitude.
Look
Look at that guy right there. That's Mike Modano. Look at
There
that.
he is, Mike Modano.
Yep.
He exists.
Mark Parrish, Mike Modano. Mark Parrish.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
My old right winger.
Yeah, he was stuck with me.
We asked him like 30 minutes ago, Mike, did you ever pass to Parrish and Parrish score or vice versa? And he claims that he threw one between his legs and you didn't bury it. And he thinks it would have been his greatest assist in his entire career.
I want the video of that. I want the video of that.
Proof.
Perry had a strong part of his game. Just sit in the slot.
Yeah.
Don't move.
Amen, baby.
You don't carry the mail. Just sit there.
Nope, I didn't want the mail.
No.
Wait till I get set up in front.
Yeah.
Then just hit my stick.
So then how many times did you score off of a Modano rebound?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of Modano rebounds.
Oh, there's that, too.
So for one thing. But, yeah, I got quite a few off his stick. I got a little heat from one of the first power play. I was front in the net, in front of the net, excuse me, and he fired a puck, and I moved my stick, and he was not happy with me. He goes, "What'd you move your stick for?" I'm like, "Well, I was trying to knock the puck down." He's like, "Next time, don't move your stick." Next time, I didn't move my stick. Goal.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
Stay out of the way, Perry.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Well, welcome to the show. I don't know if you've ever listened to this stupid show. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but I hope you're excited to be here and play the Initials game today. We're so glad to have you.
There's a lot of people that listen to it, so I've got a lot of text messages the last 5 days preparing myself for this. You do have some fans out there,
It's good to hear.
Now, you got a sweet Unreal hoodie on, looking good on you, feeling good. We support that brand as well, so we're glad to have you. And again, at KFAN.com/watch right now, you can tune in to watch this all happen. Do you feel confident at all? Do you know the game very well?
Very little.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
We've been playing it for years. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I told everybody who's said I'm coming to text me if you have an idea what it is.
You are here in part because we're giving away a trip for two to Ottawa for the World Juniors. And obviously it's cool that Parrish and you are both here to talk about how important that is, right? The World Juniors is a huge deal in the hockey community. And it's going to be here in a year, but it's in Ottawa next month. So just your experiences, I assume you played at the World Juniors?
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's an amazing showcase. I mean, you feel like it's the Olympics for 17 to 19-year-olds. You're playing against the best country, best players in the world. My experience, first one was in Moscow in 87.
Whoa.
And then, so that was my draft year, 87. So came back from Moscow and they had the ratings of, the players who were expected to go in the draft that year. So surprising. I was positioned up there. So with Trevor Linden, who was in Medicine Hat, who played for Team Canada at the time. So, from that point on, we were kind of head to head until the June to the draft till Lou Nanny made his selection in Montreal. So that was a big tournament, big kind of showcase for players, and opportunity to make a name for yourself as far as if you're drafted or want to get drafted. And then the following year was in Anchorage, Alaska, and that was with Billy Guerin. Jeremy Roenick, I think Doug Wake, John LeClaire. We had a cast of characters in Anchorage, but it was 2 years of fun hockey, and Ottawa's coming up, and then we get the 50th anniversary here, so a lot of people excited for that one.
I love talking to hockey players, and you guys mentioned where you played when you were kids. You just said you played in Moscow in 1987, like it was easy to get to Moscow in 1987. That must have been crazy.
Yeah, we flew into Poland, Warsaw, which wasn't much better than Moscow. So we had a connector there, and that was Aeroflot, I think the Russian airline or whatever it was, from Warsaw to Moscow. And I mean, was like livestock cattle coming on the plane. It was just the weirdest thing. I mean, animals and stuff going into Moscow. It was just, and you're kind of red curtain kind of communist kind of time. So it was really, it was really tough. And then, just to get around, we weren't told to go outside. We had to pack a bunch of stuff, like just essentials. Toilet paper, food, crackers, chocolate, food, just things to get you through. And it was tough. And then, it was funny. Then my second year with the North Stars, we go back for training camp. And so everybody's like, this is 1990. So everyone's like, well, how was Moscow? I said, God, we shouldn't be going. Let's stay right here. So they're like, why? Well, I'm like, well, you just wait and see. And so it was tough. It was tough.
Parrish, did you play at the juniors?
Yeah.
Where was
Luckily,
that?
I was in Boston,
Okay, that's easy.
which was a little different than
It's gonna be as
Moscow.
violent, though.
Yeah,
so-
that
What
was-
animals got on the
That
plane
was
when you were
my-
going to Boston?
Just us hockey players. Just us hockey players. And then, my second year, though, we were in Geneva and Zurich, Switzerland. Unbelievable. Yeah. I can see Mo shaking his head. It was unbelievable. One of my coolest, probably my favorite rink I've ever skated in was up in the mountains in the Alps. And one of the ends of the ice was just open. There was no wall. There was no windows. You're just looking at the scenery of the Alps. And if you fired a puck at that end and it got redirected and went up and over the glass, it just kept on soaring into the Alps. It was so cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a little different than Moscow. A little bit. We didn't have to worry about packing anything.
Yeah. Anchorage is tough in the winter too.
Yeah.
You get about 3 hours of sunlight, like 11 to 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were born 6 months before me, Mr. Mike Modano.
Yeah.
And my biggest question to you is, were you a Motley Crue fan or a Rat fan?
Oh boy, that's a toss up.
It is,
By
right?
the way, you are allowed to say neither.
How dare
it's
you?
okay to say.
Most of us do.
I don't know if you're born in 1970 or not.
I would say
we'll
my
see.
guess would he would go to 38 Special.
He didn't
then
answer
after that.
He
if
didn't
he
answer
went over there.
quickly.
Yeah.
I was both fans of both of them, Rat and Crew, but I saw Crew at Motley Center in like 1990, 91 at the Met Center. And it was like one of my favorite all-time concerts. That's when I think Tommy started doing the aerial things with the drums and stuff.
Dr.
yeah.
Feelgood Tour.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's the best. See,
But I
knew
think
we
my
were-
favorite one was we did Ozzy Osbourne at the Target Center in 91. Myself, Scott Erickson, Rich Gannon, Chuck Knobloch. I mean, we just had a cast of characters. We all go to Ozzy and we go downstairs and take a picture with Ozzy back in the day. It was a riot. We had some good times with those guys. So, but Ozzy was pretty good. 91, 92, I think, at Target. So
Was he still coherent at that point?
he was very good at that point.
Yeah.
We still had it together.
What do you tell people when they ask you what you do with the Wild? Right? Because you do have kind of a vague title. It's like, well, I wonder what Mike Modano actually does. He's an advisor, right? I think an executive advisor. That
Yeah.
sounds very important.
Very broad.
Give us a general idea of what you do with Minnesota.
Well, I'll give you a quick background. I had a mutual friend in Phoenix who was friends with Craig, and so I wanted to get back in the game. So we had conversations with Craig. I flew out to Minnesota, met Craig, and I knew Matt Maka for years, and so we got talking about trying to get back involved in the game. I was living in Phoenix with my family at the time, so I started coming back and forth. We go to Utah at times, so we actually lived in Utah for a short little stint of time. So I was coming back and forth, and went to the Board of Governors meeting in June one year in Vegas with Craig, and let Matt and I know that he was going to let go of Paul Fenton, the GM. And so we wanted to get a hunt for a new GM. So I was kind of thrust into that position, not knowing what that entails. And so he's like, yeah, well, we need you to kind of run some interviews. I'm like, huh? I go, well, we'll send you a list of questions. We'll go through them and we'll sift through all the things. I mean, I didn't know I had so many friends when people knew that I was kind of in the works for helping them find a GM. I mean, I had more calls and text messages from people that I hadn't heard from in years. And so we kind of whittled it down. So this was like 5-6 years ago. And so we got it down to Billy G, and Billy and I have known each other for a long, long time. So, but at that point, I was still kind of going between business, hockey, kind of going back and forth, just kind of figuring out what it is I'd want to pursue a little bit more seriously. But I think once Billy got involved, it was more hockey side and being around Dean Evison when he was here, and of course now John Hines and the coaching staff and the players. And sometimes it's just like more of a extra set of eyes and sounding board. Some of these guys just go through a lot of things, mentally, physically, just kind of talking them through some things, talking them off the cliff. Things aren't that bad on the ice as you think it is. What am I seeing on the ice that they may not be seeing or feeling? So, try to give them some insight and just try to, keep it upbeat and try to explain to them that this is a short amount of time in your life. This is just go have fun, put a lot into it, enjoy your time because it's going to go fast.
Was there any conflict if the moment you realized that Guerin was probably the right choice, you're like, is it going to be bad? Is this like a nepotism thing where I'm going to just name one of my buddies the GM? Like, is it hard? Are you conflicted when the best candidate is also somebody you're close with?
Well, I get to hang that over his head. I was like, Billy, remember who hired you? Remember who hired you, Billy?
That's pretty good.
But he's been a great guy. I couldn't ask for a better teammate, better friend. We've known each other since we were probably 18, 19, like I said, from Anchorage, Alaska till now. So he's done a fabulous job. I'm just lucky I get to be hanging around.
Mike, you said you had wanted to get back in the game and that you had lived in Phoenix and now living in the Twin Cities, and you have 5 kids. And I would imagine, do all 5 play hockey?
We have 3 out of the 5 do.
Okay.
The 4, 6, and 10-year-olds. So, and then the other ones are big-time basketball, football players, soccer. So, but I thought hockey was intense here, but basketball is like right up there, there. So, but
youth sports in general.
Yes, that's pretty much it. Just sums it up. So, but yeah, there's just, they love it. The ponds are starting to freeze, so we're starting to get out there and have some fun. They just love it. They've enjoyed it. I think I was, a little hesitant coming back from Arizona, moving our kids back here. But I think once they got here, they got into school. We got in a great neighborhood, tons of friends. They just love it. So I'm happy it turned out well for them.
And you're running them to the rink.
Rinks.
3 of them anyway.
Basketball courts, tennis courts,
man,
soccer fields, school. Yeah.
What's the age range?
4, 6, 8, and 2 10s. I got a late start too.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. You lived your life. Having 5 kids while you played in the NHL would have been a whole different challenge.
Would not happen. I was
boy.
too selfish. I was worried about myself and playing, but Billy gives me grief because he had 4 kids really young in Dallas, and now he looks at me. He's like, "Hey, how's everything going?" So he gives it to me now.
One more question before we get ready to play the game, and this is a really odd question to answer, but you're the only person I'll ever be able to ask this to because you're the only person that can be asked this question. How does it feel when you hear someone introduce you as the greatest American-born hockey player?
Oh boy, I was like, well, surreal, I guess. I never expected to kind of have that title. I think you just love the game and you're around some great people and you play a long time and great things tend to happen, and you're in the right position at the right time. Great coaches, great players. Just they're able to chase some numbers that I didn't think I would be able to chase closer as my career was kind of winding down with chasing Joey Mullen's numbers and Phil Housley's, and then we got them. So it was just I guess when you're around long enough and play long enough with good teams and good players, good things happen. So, I was fortunate to be around some great American players, Brian Leach and Chris Chelios, Brett Hall, Joey Mullen, Pat LaFontaine, Mark Parrish.
Yes.
How much pride do you take in the fact that Parrish came up so short to the level that you set?
I love that Parrish laughs at it.
Perry's come a long way. I'm proud of Perry.
Thank you, Mo.
I mean, you only scored like 400 more goals than him,
Is that it?
give or take.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, played for 40 years. Something bound to happen.
So, no, is Austin Matthews is American, correct?
Yes.
So, are you nervous that he is at some point going to be in that conversation and statistically catch you, and then you're going to have to be at the celebrations when Austin scores his 600th goal or whatever happens?
I think that would come down the pipe sometime. I don't know if I'll be able to make those trips by then, but I think Patrick Kane's the next guy in line who's going to be clipping these numbers here in about another year or two. So,
he's that close.
Yeah,
huh? I didn't know he was that close.
He's on my heels, so he's the next guy. But he's got some he's got a good little resume himself, a few cups and scoring championships and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think he's going to be hailing that title soon.
Sorry to dominate the conversation, guys, but one more question. You played so much hockey and had so much success. And what was the most fun moment of your life when it came to playing hockey?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. I think there was probably, I'd say 3 or 4. Obviously, the finals here in 91 was one of those just Cinderella springs that we just never thought could happen. Having that run that we had with the North Stars. I think finally winning, the World Cup in 96 was kind of a big turning point for USA Hockey. Cup in 99, Dallas, Buffalo was, right up there. The Olympics, 2002, silver medal against Canada. Then you go into your, later years in your career where you you don't expect things to happen as far as jersey retirements and Hall of Fame and, the statue things is just kind of, I've just been really blessed and fortunate. A lot of great things have happened.
Is that all? Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's it.
You see how hard he is to like Marnie, too? Can you see that?
Were you the kid that was out on the ice when the sun was going down and you were being called to come in, but you just loved it so much you wouldn't come in?
All day. We lived on a pond, too. Fell in a few times. And then my mom pulled the plug on that. She's like, I'm building a rink in the back.
You fell in the pond?
I think the keyword was a few times there, by the way.
I was a kid in the neighborhood would go out and test the ice.
Yeah.
And so we'd always have a rope and a few sticks. So,
You're prepared?
Yeah. Always prepared.
We're safe. Safety
Something
first.
starts cracking, you're like, oh.
That's the thing
Throw
people
me the
don't
rope.
realize.
See, that's why some people like that you're about to play initials, Mike, because Parrish is good at everything. Historically, not great at this game. It's fun to humble people that are great at everything, and this game can be pretty
I'm going to
humbling.
be brutal.
Very humbling.
I knew I was going to get a lashing.
Very humbling.
We'll come back. Mike Modano makes his initials game debut,
thank
and
you,
one of you gets a shot at $79,500 after this.
Up next, it's the Initials game featuring the St. Paul Federal Credit Union jackpot. Call 1-800-320-5326 for your shot at the Initials jackpot next on The Fan. It's time for Initials Game 551 on the Power Trip, presented by Hurlburt Heating and Plumbing.
Yeah, let's go right out of the gate. Thanks
That's
to Hurlburt
right.
Heating and Plumbing.
Hurlburt Heating and Plumbing, keeping homes comfortable for over 65 years. New customers get a $49 furnace tune-up and safety check. Call 612-200-2120 today or schedule online at hurlburthp.com.
All right, let's go around the room, meet the competitors. We'll, of course, go through the rules for Mike in a second, too, just to help him out a little bit. Sauce, what happens if you win today? Game 551.
I'm sponsored by my friends at 7th Avenue Pizza. All 7th Avenue Pizza at Kowalski's is on sale for $7.99. And if I win, tweet me and tag 7th Avenue Pizza through the end of Sunday, and one of you could win $100 towards restocking your freezer with 7th Avenue Pizza.
Christopher, what happens if you win?
Just like always, I'm brought to you by my good friends at Radco. If I win, you get 10% off your entire order now through Monday, in-store or online at Radco.com. When you use the promo code initials at Radco.com, 10% off. Discount doesn't apply to toppers. Thank you, Radco.
Marty Gellner, what happens if you go back-to-back and win like you did last week at Mall of America?
You know what? My good friends at Great Clips are my sponsor. If I win, you know the drill. You did it last week. Tweet me, tag Great Clips today through the end of Sunday. One lucky winner. Get this, Mike Modano will win free haircuts for an entire year at Great Clips. OMG.
Hey, Marno.
He seems underwhelmed.
Look at that, Marno. Do you see what
You
that
got
is?
a Great Clips card.
I did
Yeah,
that
right
too.
now they've got this deal where you can get haircuts for $16.99. You put as many as you want on there as opposed to $20.
I
Saving
max
money.
that thing out every
Yeah.
single
I did
year.
too.
Because you're saving money long term. It's like $3 or
Just look
$4
at all
bucks
this
a week.
hair I got, Mike Madonna.
smart.
It's hard to take
Yep.
care of this.
Yeah.
That takes
Love
a lot
that.
of work.
Parrish, what happens if you win today?
Well, I am sponsored today by my good friends at ABC, American Building Contractors. And if I win today, tweet at me, at Mark D. Parrish, and tag at ABC will help through the end of Sunday. And one lucky winner will win a $100 Visa gift card. Thank you, American Building Contractors. Let's go, good guys.
Yep, and if you're just tuning in, contestant number 5, no big deal. Just, again, the greatest American hockey player of all time, Mike Modano, is playing today, which is super, super cool. That's fantastic.
We have the number 1 in the 488th.
Which is better than you.
89th. Thank you.
By the way, hockey's wearing lady jeans.
I don't know why you say that. These are definitely men's jeans.
Where did you
and
get 'em?
I've been
It
told
is?
that I have the butt of a high school
Where did you
girl.
get 'em?
It was teenage girl.
Where did you get 'em?
Rosie said that to you.
No, Marty said
I
it to
did.
me.
And by the way, now we have learned that Mike Modano and Sauce have something in common.
Which is?
They both would fall through the ice.
I did as a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You
That
can
shocks
tell.
no
Well,
one.
yeah, I mean, I was the size of a school bus, but yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I did
stop.
fall through the ice.
You
yeah.
can
Pretty.
You can play this game at home as well. Versions 4 and 5 available at initialsgame.com. Look, it's the holidays. We got like 3 weeks. So if you're going to order it, I would order it soon, like today at initialsgame.com for versions 4 and 5. All right.
Do it.
Let's
Before
go.
we play a game 551, let's maybe give away just $79,500.
Now it's time for the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials Jackpot.
That's correct. The St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials Jackpot is currently at $79,500. You're looking to buy a new car, save money in your current car loan, do it with St. Paul Federal Credit Union. Now offering car loan rates as low as 6.29%. Apply today at stpaulfcu.org/KFAN. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, this goes up $500 every week. It's at an all-time high now, $79,500. If the caller guesses one letter in the right spot out of the two, they win $250, which is still really cool right before the holidays. But if they tell me both, then they're the third ever winner, and they win almost $80,000. They win $79,500. That would be sweet, right? Christmas miracle. Why not? Let's see. Random
get to win?
No, you do not get to play. Oh. You don't get to. Well, you want to guess? You can guess for fun. Caller, where are you from and what is your name?
Yeah, Hunter from Bloomington.
All right. Go
Spencer? Is that what you
Jaguars.
said? Spencer from Bloomington?
Hunter.
Hunter. Okay.
Hunter from Bloomington.
Got it. You guys hear better than I do. Hunter from Bloomington.
Is that rat?
It's docking.
Okay.
How cool would this be if you won
That's
79?
terrible.
He knows, I guess. $79,500. Hunter, what are you guessing?
We're going to go with N as in Nancy, A as in Apple. N-A.
N-A.
N as in
Good
Nancy,
guess.
A as in Apple.
Oh,
I
I
like the way
drink
you
now.
guessed. Confidently guessed as well. All right, he's going N. A.
Give it to him.
If he has one
Let's
right, he
go.
wins
Come on
$250.
now.
If he has them both right, he is rich as hell.
Come on now.
Does Hunter in Bloomington, the home of Mark Parrish,
Let's go.
have at least one right?
Put it on the board.
Nope.
Oh.
No, sorry.
Sorry, Hunter.
Man.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
dang it. So next week, 80,000.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
80K next week.
That's a
No.
lot of K's.
All
One of 'em.
right. Quickly for Mike. Mike, here's the rules. It works like this. I have 12 items. They can be people, places, things, phrases. Can be absolutely anything that your brain can come up with. I'm going to reveal the initials here in a second. Your job is to mentally think of as many things as you can. Keep them to yourself, though. Think of in your head what it could be. I start reading clues. Each item has 6 clues. Kind of starts vague. It gets more specific as the clues get more close to the end. If you know who or what I'm describing, you yell out your name. Yell out Mike. Your name is your buzzer. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, though, then you are out for the rest of just that item. So if you ring in too early, then you're out. We play best out of 12. You have to pronounce the answers correctly. That's about it. Anybody else have any tips or rules or
Yeah,
points?
I would advise you to scratch out the N-A that you already wrote down on your sheet because as we just heard, it ain't
And,
A.
and also, like, if Marty rings in and she's wrong, you can ring in while she's trying to guess so you get yourself in
Yeah,
line.
as soon as you think you know it, just say
Why am
Mike
I
and we'll
wrong?
tell you when you're ready.
Yeah.
And you're actually
You
kind of
are
pinching me here a
recently.
little bit, Mike, because I get to ring in under Matt and Mike or Mark, whichever name I come up with, but now I actually have to have my name.
He
right
has, in the past, rung in using Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True story.
And he's
You're
won the game.
Who the hell is that? That's
he's
your
won.
Mark.
today. Yep.
All right, the initials for game 551.
Come on now.
Let's go.
And
Good guys.
don't forget, we have World Juniors.
Oh, yeah.
That trip,
contested,
trip for
right?
2 to Ottawa.
I'm
on
going
the
to
line.
go to beautiful Ottawa.
And these 3 are connected to winners. Like Marnie, your guy's right there.
That's
He's
my
gonna,
guy.
if you
Yeah.
lose,
Hey,
he's,
William Bill.
you have to look him
William.
right in the face and
Yeah.
say, "I'm sorry, I failed you."
Yeah.
You don't get to go to
Let's
Ottawa.
Be the
Yeah,
first
might as
guy.
well.
Cut out the middle.
The initials for game 551 featuring Mike Modano. P.S. We're going
P.S.
P.S.
Me too.
P.S. P.S. People, places, things, phrases. Here's initials game 551. Number 1 of P.S.
Clue number 1.
Requires teamwork.
Clue number 2.
Ideally maximizes efficiency.
Clue number 3.
This ideally lasts just a few seconds.
Clue number 4.
This is sometimes referenced on long distance travel.
Marnie.
Yep.
Pit stop.
That's right.
You got to be careful.
Barney's on the
Yeah,
board.
she's dangerous to sit next to Mo.
She almost kicked you. You missed it.
Yeah, she
you
does
guys should
punch
be
people.
Yeah,
careful.
she gets violent.
It was a kick.
Excitable.
What did
Pit
she say?
stop.
Excitable,
A kick
violent,
and,
potato.
And kick. I think she just has kick twice, right?
Kick, that's right, yeah.
I'm 50.
Kick stretch.
Oh, stretch. That is the other one. You're right. Marnie Gellner on the board was pit stop.
Margs.
And Marnie
Yeah, that
takes
was
a
good.
1-0 lead. Here's number
We
2
got this. Yeah.
of P.S.
Clue number 1.
This is a person.
Clue number 2.
Makes statements.
Clue number 3.
Often known for crisis and controversy.
Clue number 4.
Answers questions.
Mark,
Yep.
press secretary.
That's right.
Oh, man, I couldn't think of the first word.
That is a press
Nice job, Perry.
secretary,
Why?
Mark
Yeah,
Perry.
nice job.
You were not there? Mo?
No. Missed
He's
that
just
one.
shaking his head.
I'm watching Sports Center.
Good choice.
Marnie has one.
Here we go.
Parrish
Go,
has
guys.
one.
Good job.
10 to go. Everybody's still big time in
got
this. Here's number 3 of P.S.
Clue number 1.
Has a cylindrical core.
Clue number 2.
Uses compression.
Clue number 3.
This is most commonly touched by 2 hands and 2 feet.
Clue number 4.
Not exclusive.
Paul.
Yep.
Pogo stick.
That's right.
Oh, good one, Saucy.
That's a pogo stick. Well done, Sauce.
Thank you.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was good.
Boy, I'm in.
Good one, Saucy.
I thought
Good
for sure it
one.
was an animal. 2 hands and 2.
Well, it wasn't Marnie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your incorrect answers and
Yeah.
thoughts, Marnie.
Yeah, that
Quit
was-
showing off to Mike Modano. He's not impressed.
Yeah, Marnie.
He's Parrish's friend. He's not
Yeah,
our friend.
yeah, Marnie, stay out of this.
Yeah.
Well, we like docking.
Well, I don't. He hasn't said he likes Dokken.
He just
can feel
knew,
it.
Doc.
Dokken's terrible.
Familiar with Doc.
He didn't say he was in the fan club.
No, Marnie and I are still trying to connect with Mike. Mark and Mike obviously know each other through hockey. Hawk and Mike now have connected through Dokken. And you and Mike both fell through ice. So we're still searching. I can't. How have you never told that story that you actually fell through the ice? I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever heard that out of you.
I was
Why
late
have
in
we
the-
not?
I
late
think
in
you
the
just saw
spring.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, why would I want to share that? Anyway, it was the spring. It was early in the spring. I was running through. There was this park. We would go to
No,
this-
you
now
were
we know
not.
it's not
Not
true.
running.
No, yeah,
And I
there
thought
you
I
go.
could make it to
Yeah.
I thought I could make it to the other side, and I jumped on this piece of floating ice and went right under and came right back up. And then
Jumped on a piece of
Again,
floating
to
ice.
get
It
to
wasn't
this-
even a
there was like
solid
an island
pond.
area. No,
Two things I don't
no.
believe: ran and jumped.
No, I didn't. I hovered a little, and then went right down to the bottom and came right back up. And
How
the
old
Lord
were you?
was like, "Nope, I don't need you today."
I heard about
Probably
this.
12.
His dad told me about it. His dad was
Yeah.
standing on the shore going, almost.
Yeah.
He put a Twinkie on the ice to bait you.
I got back. My mom said, "Oh, you made it."
All right. You got pogo stick, though.
Yeah, good work, Sauce.
Thank you.
Marnie has
Here we
one.
go. Here we
Parrish
go.
has
Go,
one.
guys.
Sauce has one.
We got this.
We
It's
got
okay.
yep,
Come on.
all kinds of time.
The Dokken twins have yet to score.
That's the name of our band.
Here-
I like it.
Here's number 4 of PS.
Clue number 1.
Ideally has depth.
Clue number 2.
Rotates.
Clue number 3.
Is a group.
Oh.
Clue number 4.
Might have specialists.
Clue number 5.
Commonly has an ace.
Mark.
Yep.
Pitching staff.
That's right. That is a pitching
Let's go.
staff.
Those are good clues.
That was good,
Those are
Corey.
really
Depth
good.
rotates. Man.
Parrish
Good one,
takes
Pear.
the lead.
Good one, Pear.
Good guys.
All right, we're a third of the way through the game, and Mark Parrish has 2. Marnie and Sauce each have 1. Mike Modano and Chris Hockey yet to score, but 8
It's
to
okay.
go.
We're giving you
Yeah,
guys a
keep
shot.
calling them
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Dokken twins.
The Dokken twins not on the board yet.
That's better than the Rat Twins.
Very true.
Here's
80s
number
band, baby.
Here's
80s
number,
rock bands.
Yeah, that's right.
number 5 of PS.
Clue number 1.
Debuted in 1986.
Clue number 2.
Known for convenience.
Clue number 3.
Features yellow branded text.
Clue number 4.
This is normally ready in 2 to 4 minutes.
Clue number 5.
This includes an expanding bag.
Paul?
Yep.
Pop Secret? That's right.
Oh my God! I couldn't. Popcorn.
Microwave popcorn
yeah.
pop secret.
Attaboy, Saucy.
Thank you.
Boy, that'd be good right now.
Yeah.
I love popcorn.
Yeah.
And listening to Dokken.
Yeah, but at the same time, sure. It's the only way to do it.
Sauce has 2. Parrish has 2. Marnie has 1.
Good one,
Here's
Saucy.
number
Thank
6. Number 6 of PS.
Clue number 1.
Sometimes relied upon in an emergency.
Clue number 2.
Features a possible pool.
Clue number 3.
Are paid.
Clue number 4.
This is a group of people.
Clue number 5.
The goal is growth, depth, and development. Final clue.
Clue number 6.
They aren't eligible to play because.
Paul.
Yep.
Practice Squad.
Nice one, Sauce.
Those are members of a practice
Yeah,
squad.
good one, Saucy.
Sauce has 3. We're halfway through the game.
Okay, Mike, we can play now, Mike.
yeah.
We got this now.
Yeah.
We can
We
start.
got-
We
yeah.
got this.
Now it's time to focus.
Would you give us an 80s rock clue, please?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of 80.
Paul Stanley.
Hey, oh,
there we go.
You and I are going to
That
be
might be
brothers
one.
by the end of this, I'm telling you.
Sauce has the halftime lead with 3. Parrish has 2. Marnie has 1. Mike Modano and Chris Hockey, though, still in this with 6 to go.
See?
Nobody's mathematically out. Here's number 7 of PS.
Clue number 1.
Historically rectangular.
Clue number 2.
It's often required.
Mark,
Okay.
postage stamp.
Great guess!
Good guess.
Dang it.
Good guess. Parrish, though, out for the rest
Yeah, it was a
of
good guess, but it was wrong.
7. Down to Mike Modano, Chris Hockey, Marnie Gellner, and Sauce.
Clue number 3.
Must be filled.
Clue number 4.
These are signed.
Clue number 5.
Allows access or participation.
Paul.
Yep.
Permission slip.
That's right. Sauce is locked in today.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Attaboy, Saucy.
Saucy might win a trip for somebody to Ottawa for the World Juniors. It's not over yet, though. There's 5 to go. And Sauce, you have 4. Parrish has 2. So you have a 2-point lead. Far from over.
Saucy,
And Mike and
Saucy.
Chris are still not mathematically out with 5 to go. Sauce has 4. Parrish has 2. Marnie has 1. Here's number 8 of PS.
Clue number 1.
Used to achieve something.
Clue number 2.
Involves manipulation.
Clue number 3.
Is behind the scenes or secretive.
Clue number 4.
Can feature important people.
Paul.
Paul was
If
first.
you get this right, I'm going to be mad.
Private society?
Oh, Parrish, yes or pass? No? Sounds like you're passing.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Was that what you were?
Sauce
No.
out for the rest of number
But
8.
I'm still.
Clue number 5.
This utilizes influence.
Mark.
Yep.
Pulling strings?
That's right.
Oh, wow, Perry.
I was so hesitant.
Pull strings or pulling strings.
Wow, man.
Yes, Mark Parrish.
Yeah, that was what I was
Jeez,
thinking
Kind of like
earlier,
how Bill Guerin pulled some strings and got the GM job.
Yeah,
Right? He
that's
made the right
Yeah, he
calls
pulled
to
on
the right people.
He's got to pull on the right
Afternoon
strings.
KFAN do this in the afternoon?
Maybe. We can make
Perry
it.
should be way better. If
Yeah,
we do it in the
yeah.
afternoon.
Could we please move this to the afternoon?
Be a
Maybe.
little fresher.
Yeah.
Sauce has 4. Parrish now just 1 back with 3.
Nice job, Perry.
All right, here we go. Here we go,
good guy.
Sauce.
Come on,
Let's
baby.
go, good guys.
All right, with 4 to go, Modano has to run the table. Hockey has to run the table. Marnie, you're 3 back with 4 to go, so you got to pick it up a little bit as
Shouldn't
well.
be a problem.
Parrish just 1 back. Here's number 9 of PS.
Clue number 1.
One of the words relates to its exact value.
Clue number 2.
Has been returned.
Clue number 3.
This is considered a huge swing.
Clue number 4.
This is often considered unexpected.
Clue number 5.
This features a ball. Final clue.
Clue number 6.
This starts with an interception, and then sometimes
Mark.
Paul was
God
first.
dang it.
Pick 6.
God dang it.
Oh, man.
That is a pick
Dang it,
six.
Sauce. You're
Nowhere near
always just a little quicker than. I can't.
Well, be faster.
Yeah, be
I
faster,
try.
Parrish. All right,
Gets
Sauce.
me every time on that last clue.
You're about to win somebody a trip for $2.
Saucy. Attaboy, Saucy.
Because you have a 2-point lead with 3 to go. Paul, if you get any of the remaining 3, you're the winner.
Sweet.
Marnie, you're mathematically out. Hawk and
Whatever.
Mike,
Boy,
you're
Saucy.
mathematically out. But
Atta
keep playing, keep playing. Everybody keep playing.
He should be in the studio with you too, by
Yeah.
the way, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Hi, Nicholas.
Yeah, right there. You might send that guy to Ottawa, Canada, right there.
No, I'm
got
going
this.
to send him to Ottawa, Canada.
Positive thinking.
Well, Hawk's thinking about docking.
Okay.
I can't stop.
Sauce
Hawking.
going for the win. Here's number 10 of PS.
Clue number 1.
Draws a lot of attention.
It's us.
Clue number 2.
You could be labeled as this.
Clue number 3.
Is sometimes followed.
Clue number 4.
Is the most likely.
Clue number 5.
Is often connected directly to proximity and opportunity. Final clue.
Clue number 6.
A great amount of things point to this person as the one who committed the crime.
Paul.
Bowl for the win.
Prime suspect.
That's the right answer.
That
is a
I couldn't remember it.
I kept saying
Suspect
police.
and sauce.
Son of a-
Sauce
Yes,
hatter.
the
Sauce,
way to go,
saucy,
Sauce.
wow.
And sends Nick and one of his
Way to go,
friends
Nick.
or spouse or parent, who knows, Nick and somebody going to Ottawa for the World Juniors
Good for
next
you,
month
dude.
because they chose Sauce. He chose Sauce on Wednesday. You were pick number
Smart.
3
Yeah, that's all right.
and
Yeah.
got you to the finish line.
Yeah,
All
3
right.
and 4 were the only ones in this game, by the way. 3 and 4.
Yeah.
For the
2 just for
record.
fun. Hawk and Mike trying to get on the board. Marnie, run up the table. Why not? Here's number 11 of PS.
Clue number 1.
In its current form, debuted around the 1970s.
Clue number 2.
Most often considered brownish.
Clue number 3.
Are bowl or boat shaped?
Clue number 4.
Are filled or topped?
Clue number 5.
These are often consumed first.
Marnie,
Yep.
pot sticker.
That's,
Incorrect. Marnie.
Hawk.
Yep.
Potato skin.
Potato skin.
There you go. Attaboy, huh?
That's a potato skin, and Chris is on the board. All right, 1 to go just for fun. Mike, try to get
Mike,
this
you
one.
got
Here we
this.
go.
Come on, buddy.
Number
Yeah, start
12
trying now, Mike.
of PS.
Clue number 1.
This is a nickname.
Clue number 2.
It's called this because of its production.
Clue number 3.
Associated with around 11 million people.
Clue number 4.
This is 1 of 50.
Clue number 5.
One of the words is a red, pink, orange fruit. Final clue.
Clue number 6.
This is Georgia.
Mark.
Peach State. Peach State. That is the Peach State. But Sauce, you are the winner.
Nice
Quickly,
job.
Sauce. Now that you've won, what happens
yeah.
if people want to get some good deals on 7th Avenue Pizza?
Hang on.
Take your time.
One of us.
Now that I've won, tweet me and tag 7th Avenue Pizza through the end of Sunday, and one of you could win $100 to restock your freezer with 7th Avenue Pizza.
You won Nick a trip
Rose.
for 2 to Ottawa, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
hell yeah.
Thanks to everybody at the
Nice
World
work,
Juniors.
Nick. Congratulations, Nick. Well done, Saucy.
Yeah.
And Fuego today.
Check this out. I was just looking at Mike Modano's career stats, Mike. 1,499 games, 561 goals, 813 assists, 0 points in initials. I got him.
Come back next Friday.
It's a tough game.
Yeah,
No,
there
for
you
sure.
go.
Well, so we heard it was going to be either you or Billy, and you played. Now we got to get Bill Guerin in.
Oh, yeah.
So at least he either gets shut out or he can have bragging rights over you forever.
Which
at some
is-
point, we got to get Bill in here.
We'll both come in.
Were you
There we go.
close?
Head to head.
I
Were you
like it.
on the right track?
No.
Were you?
I love that he admits it.
Close.
No, not even close. Man, as we have like 2 or 3 minutes left in the show, man, this team this year, what is going on with the Wild, right? I think a lot of people thought playoffs are possible, but I don't know if anybody saw this coming together this quickly. Right now, they have all things firing, and Gustafson is obviously playing like a beast. What's going on with this team right now?
Yeah, it was just, I think it all started at camp. I think John just set a precedent there, just kind of, guys are all going to buy into the system. It's hard when when a coach comes in mid-season trying to get establish his system and his thoughts and ideas and how he wants to handle it. But when he gets a training camp under his belt, kind of sees what he has, and he can kind of set a tone early. And the guys all came in really committed. They were flying around for camp, and it showed at the start. Had a great October, but confidence does a lot. They just got on a roll. Kirill's been just outstanding. They've had some opportunistic scoring from their defense. Spurgeon's starting to play really well, and some of their young guys just they're developing quick, and they've just been on a great run. Like you said, Gustafson's been solid, but man, when it's all clicking, you feel good about yourselves every night when you show up. You feel like you're in every game. You can come back from behind, hold the lead. Just a lot of oozing confidence right now.
So far, no reason to think that this is not sustainable.
No,
They can do this.
Right now, they've had some injuries. I mean, Brodeen, Zuccarella, I think X out for a bit, but they've been able to kind of ride the wave. I mean, years past, they've had some injury problems, but they haven't really been in this position where they could kind of afford some lapses in their game and still kind of be in a good position come Christmas. So, hats off to them. They've just been, really, really playing well, committed, and it shows in their work ethic, practice, and it's kind of been really fun to watch.
Kane, thank you for coming in, man. Super cool to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome having you, and you're welcome back anytime you want a redo. Again, especially
practice this week.
If it's against Billy, that would be even better.
Oh, yeah. I'll work them to get in here.
It's great to meet you because I only knew you from the Mighty Ducks. So,
No, you're Dockin brothers, though.
Yeah.
Multiple people wanted us to ask what your residuals are for Mighty Ducks. So you getting like 20 cents every 6 months?
They weren't bad in the early 90s when we first did it, me and Baz, and but real funny story. We were walking. We moved into town. We went to a Wild game, and my kids are with me. And so we're walking around, and people just come and say hi and take pictures. And my 8-year-old finally says, Dad, I think I know why they know you. Really, is from the Mighty Ducks, right? I go, yeah, Reese, thanks for that one. Very humble.
Huge thanks to Mike Modano.
Thank you.
9 to noon is next. Savage Buffalo Wild Wings is the Friday football feast with Paul Allen and Paul Charchi. And we'll back on Monday, 5:30 to 9. Everybody have a good weekend.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
you two have a lovely